Hello everybody, this is 0.8 day 5. Today we're talking about box plots, otherwise known as box and whisker diagrams. Okay, what is a box plot? It's a graph of a data set that consists of a line extending from the minimum value to the maximum value, and then there is a box with lines drawn on Q1, Q2, and Q3. All right, so we've done a frequency distribution table. We've done a histogram. We've learned how to come up with a 5-number summary. Today we're going to use the 5-number summary to draw a box plot. So step 1 is to find the 5-number summary. Step 2, you want to construct a scale with values that include the minimum and the maximum of your data. So basically, a box plot starts at the minimum and it ends at the maximum, all right? But you need to first draw a number line that extends a little bit outward from those 2 points. Then you're going to construct a rectangle from Q1 to Q3. You're going to draw a line in the middle inside the box at the median value. So take a look here. I have here the minimum and the maximum. All right. Then step 3, I construct a box going from Q1 to Q3. Where is the median? Here's the median. And then I draw lines extending from the end of the box to the maximum, the end of the box to the minimum. And do you see how, because there is a box, it's called a box plot? And you can see how like these, do you see how they look like whiskers, right? That are extending from that rectangle, hence the box and whisker diagram. That's the way I always knew it, as a box and whisker diagram. All of a sudden, that wasn't good enough for some people, and now it's called a box plot. Whatever, fine. Okay, so here's the enrollment for state universities in Ohio. And we're going to display the data using a box and whisker plot. Okay. The first thing I notice when I look at this data is, oh my God, it's sorted. It's sorted. I don't need to sort it. So look at this. This is the maximum, and this is the minimum. All right, so the first thing we have to do is we have to create a 5-number summary. All right, so I have let's go with minimum first. 2022. Now, I need my Q1, Q2, which is the median. And I need my Q3. And then the maximum is 52,568. Okay, so if you count here, there are 13 total, so n is equal to 13. That means the median is going to be the middle number, and it's bowling green. And it's just a coincidence that got some fame in the very recent past. So that's the median. Okay, now what I need is Q1 and Q2. So basically, from the lower half, I get my Q1, right? And that has to be the median of this. All right, so how many do I have in my green lower half? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So median has to be smack in the middle right here. That is my Q1. And how do I find that score? it's, or that value, it's the average of 15,038, 13,595, and it happens to be 14,316.5. So that's Q1. 14,316.5. Okay. From the upper half, same thing. This is the median there. So that's Q3. And that's the average or the mean of 23,007 and 22,819. So that's 22913. And median Q2 was, of course, 18,619. Let's color code. Okay, 18,000. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a box plot for ourselves, a box and whisker diagram. First things first, I need my number line as a scale. Okay, now my number line has to include 2022 and the maximum number of 52,000. I, of course, like to go from a round number to a round number. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up by 5,000s here. And I'm going to go from 0 up by 5,000s to 55,000. So this is 5,000, 10, 15, 20. And so here's what I do. 10,000. You don't have to label every single one, right? This is 20,000, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then here, that's going to be 55,000, right? Okay, so now what I do is I put a point at 2022, the minimum, which is somewhere about here, right? We're going to eyeball this one. Okay, you can either do a point or you could do a vertical bar. It's up to you. And then another one at 52,000, so right there. Now that's my minimum and my maximum. Then you're going to do a rectangle from Q1 to Q3. So at Q1, which is 18,699, I'm going to do a vertical bar. And then at Q3, which is 22,913, so somewhere here, another vertical bar, right? So connect those, make it a rectangle. We're going to draw a vertical line at the median. All right, I'm going to make those even now, right? All right, so let's see. So we had 22,000. And we had another one at 14,000. I'm just having way too much fun with this. I'm sorry. All right. And now we do a vertical line at about 18,000, which is here. That's Q3. I'm sorry, Q2, that's the median. And then you want to extend to either end. That's a box plot. Now, I know you're asking, well, can we do it on the calculator? And the quick answer to that is yes, you can. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this list into one of these spreadsheets. And you know what? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Miracle. Right? It's right here. All right. So what are these? These are enrollments, right? So I'm going to go up here. And I'm just gonna call that enrollment E. I'm just gonna call it E N maybe, right? So for enrollment, you just need a name in order for it to be able to make a list out of it or a plot out of it. And we're gonna do the same exact thing. We're gonna do control, add a page, and we're gonna put in data and statistics. Look at that, that's the data. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not the data, that's my data from before. I need it to, here we go. Like, sorry, I needed to highlight the column. Here's my enrollment. Okay, so that's my enrollment. Now what you're gonna do is go to menu, plot type, do a box plot. Whew, isn't that cute? I just can't get over how cute that is. I'm sorry. All right, so menu, plot properties, and then here, right, you can just, you know, play around with this and you see like this is Q1 and Q3 and all that other good stuff. Okay. Alrighty, so that's where we're going to stop. So even though I taught you how to do it by the calculator, you do have to know how to do box plots by hand, and they're actually easier than, because once you get the 5-number summary, it's easier to do it by hand than to actually put it in a calculator. So that's where we're at. This was another way to do histograms, but I did like the way I showed you in my other screencast more, so we're gonna stick with that one. All right, I will stop here and you can go ahead and you can do your homework for this afterwards. Thank you so much.